Work out what size loop you want. Well, that's all I need there, is that loop. So you take your fid, move that round that way, take your fid and move it up to where your loop will start. So I need to start there. All you need for all of this is some sellotape. Well, masking tape is far superior, but the sellotape works well. It's just that it's hard to get off, and a pen and a Stanley knife. And then we'll do that there, like that. So take that distance there. There's my loop's going to form. So I draw 2 marks there, like that. And then from there, like that, from the end there to the second mark is where I want to be taking the inner core out. So first of all, I need to splay this end so the inner core can be released. This is where you need a good knife. And you will certainly need a good pair of scissors, sharp scissors. Then you take 2 meters along the rope, roughly 2 meters, doesn't really matter, it's not important, but not too far, because you're going to be moving this outer core, flexing this outer core. So to stop it moving too far, you just want to put a knot in it. And that gives you something to pull on later. You'll realise why that's needed later. And then this is our working area really, all the way down this rope to this point here, where now we're going to take it out. And this is the difficult bit, is getting it out of this little, you've got to get the inner cord out of here. So you've got to tweeze these outer core, open it up a bit, and then if you can, I usually make a mess of this, so, but it always looks all right in the end, he says. You got to literally tweeze that out and try and grab the inner core once you can get the inner core out. Once you get a grip on it, it comes out dead easy, but it's getting that initial grip on the inner core that is always the hard step. That's our inner core now. We just managed to get a bit of that out. The professionals make this look really easy. They just pick it out. I'm sure they stop the video and show it coming out dead easy. I watched Premium Ropes for all of this information, and they show it how to do it, which was really good. I think I'm pulling the outer core here. That's the thing, you got to make sure you only work on the inner core, but it's not easy to see. I think that's the inner core now. You see them, they just dig in like that and then pull it out in one go. Obviously, experience shows. You see the job I'm having here. It's not easy. I think we got it now. Yeah, we should have it there. Get that off, pull that out, make sure I'm not pulling any of the outer strands of that. It does tidy up once you start pulling it through. There, now I've got it. That's the one there. There you go. Pull that out, you see, it's a bit tatty there, but that's fine. And then you mark where you pulled it out. You'll need that for later. The thing is to pull this out now, and this is where you need your sellotape, or, well, I'm using sellotape. You're better using masking tape because it's far easier to get off. This is not easy to get off when you put sellotape on, unfortunately. So you'll still see me struggle later. But if you just wrap the ends up, just to stop them splaying any further, because you're going to need to cut them anyway in a minute. Right, so you get your fid base, you measure one. Oh, get the right fid, Roy. Right, get your fid, measure one, and then from there another 3/4 on the actual, sorry, let that slip again. So you measure one from the mark you already did to there, and then 3/4 of the fid. This is on the inner core to there. Right, now what you're going to do, you're going to take the outer core, which is this section here, the outer core, make sure that goes in the fid. It's all very fiddly stuff, this, but once you get used to it, make sure there's a little hook on the inside of these, and just make sure it's on that, because that way it'll pull it through for you. Otherwise you'll find it won't pull it through. Go back to the inner core. And then you're going to feed this through the inner core now. You're going to feed it through where you've made the 2 marks there. That's 1 fid length and a 3/4 fid length. You're going to feed it through there, and that's from the end, so towards the main rope here. You're going to feed it through and form a little loop. Make sure you're setting that through. You can pull as much as this out as you want now. Not going to go anywhere, it's tied up. That's what your knot was for. And once you're through there, pull the outer core through take it off your fid, and then just cut a nice angle on there. Just taper that off, and then you can pull that back through there like so, and pull that tight. Don't pull this, it'll come straight out, so you just need to do that really. Tighten that up there. And then we take our inner core now, take our inner core. It's a good idea at this point just to wrap some tape around here so that it doesn't come off again, because otherwise you're likely to pull it through. Using the fid again, put your inner core in your fid and then start to work it back towards the main rope again from where you are. So you go in there, so you go in here, and then just take it through and past where the join is by about 10 centimeters, they recommend, something like that. And just take it out on that side. Pull that section out. And once you've done that, you can start to pull that through. Now you need to take that sellotape off. Mine's already coming off. Need to take the sellotape off. Get rid of that. And then we can start to pull that through now. Take it right up to there. And then this is where you need to go right back to your knot. Now, I'll try and show this happening at the same time. So I'm right back at the knot now, and then I'll just tease this section forward, pushing it forward, a bit like a snake, and you'll see the rope start to come inside. You can clean it all up in a minute once you get all this through. Straighten all that out. again. Just cheese that back, cheese that forward. And you see the rope starting to pull through now. Continuing with that process all the way really until you get to the mark you had originally. Now on my original mark, just enough to get a reasonable shackle through there. You can see, get a shackle through there. And then the next thing to do now is pull this section tight, cut that at an angle, because that's got to go back inside now. Got that at an angle, and then just cheese that back as you pull on your loop. That'll go back inside like so. All that's back inside now. You put some pressure on that. And you've got your finished loop. You can put a needle through there and whip it with a few strands, or you can glue it, whatever you want really, but that's the finished article.